Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Amy Yuzi and I'm here again with another amazing hotel story. And I know the last time I had hotel story, I had someone with me, Miss Chika. Unfortunately and unavoidably, she is not here with me today. But we have to put in consistency and make sure that every week we drop a video about an experience, a real life experience, a real life hotel story. And the story I have for you today is an incident of when a staff came in as a guest to the hotel. So stay tuned. So welcome back to our hotel story, take two. And there was this staff that we had, and she was a new staff. She had just barely worked with us for 3 months. When usually when you have a new staff, you give them their offer letter, and they're on probation. You see, so they're on probation for about 3 to 6 months before you confirm them as your actual staff. So she worked with us for not not up to just a couple of months, and she was already like being absent at work, and already flouting in things that she was not supposed to like flout on, like failing on things, because every staff has a handbook that guides you. It's like a book for guidelines that show you what and what you should be doing as a staff. So she was already like breaking some rules to make it simple. So she was given a letter after being absent from work without proper permission. She was given a suspension letter and asked to. She was given a query. I think she was given a query first because there's a process to it. So you're given a query and you're asked to respond on why disciplinary action should not be held against you. And she, instead of responding to the query, she basically absconded and she didn't show up again. So she didn't come to work. The next time we saw her, she came in as a guest with one of our regular guests, and she worked at the front desk. So obviously, what happens from what we got to know was that she used to exchange numbers. So, hotel, the way it works, you have some guests that come in, and some come for just simple, yes, I want to sleep, wake up. And then some come for business meetings, and then some come for leisure as well. And leisure can mean a lot of things. So what happened was she came through and everything was fine from what I I knew, because like she came as a guest to another guest, like the paying guest. She came as a guest to the paying guest. So our hands were more or less tied because we can't tell a paying guest who and who to come in with, as far as it's not being a security threat or causing any physical harm to staff or property. So they checked in. The next thing was, this was actually where I got to know about the whole thing, was that I was called when I was home that, oh, so person checked in and she's going through like staff, because she knows everywhere. She worked here. So she's going through like our staff exit and going directly to the staff restricted areas to pick up whatever she wants. And the security had to get involved and tell her, no, you're not supposed to do that because you're no longer a staff here, and things like that. So we notified the guest that, okay, we actually didn't want to disturb you or cause any like disturbance or anything. Like, we didn't want anything to affect your stay, but we just had to let you know that this is what's happening. This is a staff that actually left us due to a misconduct. She was queried for a behavior and has not responded. And this is what's happening. This is not what she's not supposed to, like, she's crossing the boundaries. And the guest kind of bluffed us off, like, yeah, whatever. And I had to tell the night manager, you have to go back to that guest and let him know that he needs to fix this if he still wants his guest with him. So he said, okay, he was going to talk to her. So he spoke to her, and it still didn't change anything. In fact, they said I wasn't on ground, but they said she was really causing us of nuisance around. She went to staff quarters. She even went to like the laundry herself to pick up some towels. Went to the poolside to swim with some of her friends, and she was just, she was just. And it almost looked like she was trying to get like the attention of the hotel. Like, yes, I was queried, and see now I'm back to enjoy the luxuries of the hotel as a guest. I'm not paying. I'm sort of like kind of thing. So I had to quickly draft a letter and send it to the night manager and say, okay, this is a disclaimer letter, just letting him know that we should not be. In fact, I should have actually brought the letter here to read out that the hotel will not be held responsible for any harm or any damage caused by this ex-staff of ours, because it's already established that she's an ex-staff, because she was given a query, she didn't respond to it, and she's returning and causing a nuisance and all of that. So that the hotel will not be held responsible. And that usually our ex-staff, just for normal procedure, when they leave the company, especially in such a manner, they are not actually allowed to be around our premises for at least 6 months. So, seeing that she has really caused a nuisance and a disturbance within the hotel, that he would actually have to ask her to leave, or we will be left with no other choice. And it was a hard decision, but with things like this, like your rules are your rules. Your principles are your principles. You have to stick by them, because when you don't stick by them, you open up a window for many other people that are watching. I remember she worked with other people as well, and they knew her. And we also had to let him know that, see, she knows our inside, our corners. So you don't want her planning with maybe another friend that she had here or someone else here to do something like. We just didn't have that assurance to say, okay, we can host you properly as a guest when you have this guest with you that already has history with us that is not good, if you understand. So yeah, so unfortunately the guest decided to check out with his guest with the ex-staff. So I guess he just couldn't let go. So he checked out and went to another hotel, and that was it. So that's a short story I have. So leave in the comment section if you think we should have handled that in a different way, and what do you think about it, that our next staff, like if you were the guest, what would you advise us? And if you were us, the hotel, with everything, what would you advise us? So just leave it down in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you. Once again, thank you for listening to my hotel stories. I am Amy Yuzi. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.